Welcome back to you for another most special yummy update, my friends. We are going to finish off a month of Marwai in the green. This is the Bitcoin weekly chart. It's hanging around here. We might do a bit of skits action before we continue up. It's going to be quite the tale, isn't it, for the rest of the year, friends? Because, I mean, I've seen a lot of predictions and what's going on here. Look, I know Bitcoin dominance has to go down. It's a believer cycle, bro. Friends, there's 1,000 reasons to exit. There really is, okay? I'll just give you one example. Crypto Crew University Steve, he's put Bitcoin on a 6-month chart. So what he's done is, friends, he's gone on like a 6-month chart, and I'm just showing you what's out there, yeah. And remember, I love Steve. Steve's awesome. Trades long term and stuff out here, right? When it comes to you know, crypto and Bitcoin and stuff. Now here's the thing: if we count, this is a 6-month chart, all right? 6 months. It's a good idea of like euphoria kind of count as well. Look at Bitcoin, all right? Look at Bitcoin. In 2017, Bitcoin had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these 6 months in a row. Okay, so 6 months, it was 5 of them, yeah? And then in 2021, we only had 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 4. All right. In 2013, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we've got 5, 5, and 4. All right. Now, here's the thing. We are currently on our 5th. You see this? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on the 5th one. This will finish at the end of June 30th, the end of next month. Now, it's very dangerous, right? If you're a non-believer. If you're just following everything from the past, 4th cycle, it's very dangerous. Because you're like, you're so tempted to get out. And a lot of people will. Uncle Bobby's getting out. BCB's getting out. They're all getting out. I don't want to get out, though. I don't know how it's going to resolve itself. Friends, I know in my heart, bro, BlackRock got an Ethereum. Ethereum's got all the stablecoins. It exerts US dollar dominance. They can issue more of their stablecoins. What do you think the government's more likely to do, by the way? Do you think they're going to adopt Bitcoin and have an uncontrollable asset like that? Or do you think they're going to adopt Ethereum where they can just mint more of their stablecoins, exert US dollar dominance, and continue their power play all over the world? I think they're going to choose the Ethereum route. Now, you might say, what about putting stablecoins on Bitcoin? You can't. They have no technology, friends. That's why the market, the Bitcoin dominance is too high, man. You have Michael Saylor, Jack Mallers, all these guys are saying Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin only, Bitcoin only, which is great. We love and appreciate all of you. I'm just telling you that you're wrong now. You're very, very, very wrong. You've misallocated a lot of capital, and all of you have to unwind into altcoins because you have been rewarding Bitcoin that has no technology. Whilst all the business cycle confidence is low. What happens when business cycle goes up? People want more tech, and the cycle's going to come play out. But we'll see on that when we get there, okay? So this is the Bitcoin chart, friends. Let's say we do finish green at like 130K by the end of next month or something. It's going to be dangerous. Look, how I think it's going to play out, and look, I hope this kind of plays out, friends. I hope when we get to the next 6 months, okay? So when we get to July to December, so let's say this candle goes up to like 130 or something, right? By the end of June. Maybe in, let's say, July, August, September, October, maybe Bitcoin actually goes up. And it could, friends, hit the 250K and then come back and wick, and then we have the standard bear market. That could happen. We could also have a scenario where July and August, Bitcoin runs to like 150, but then by the end of the year, there's a reset. That could happen. And then we actually finish the back end of the year red. And everyone thinks the cycle's over. That could happen. Where Bitcoin goes to like, actually, you know what we'll do? I'll show you on this. Because what I'm trying to do, friends, I'm just trying to show you if it's a believer cycle, it's going to test our nuts, right? So imagine when we start July up here. Let's say Bitcoin really does go to 130. And then everyone thinks, oh, well, we're going to keep pumping. Goes up to 150, 160. But somehow by the end of the year, it actually does BCB's thing. It scares everyone. And then we come back here. See, this would be like a red candle, by the way. So remember, if we're opening after June 1st at 130, and maybe by the end of the year, it's still like, you know, 120, it'll be a red candle on that 6-month part. And then everyone might think it's over. And then I think that's where it will be funny, because that's when we're really primed to really go bang, bang. Imagine we just start doing that in the next first half of next year, where Bitcoin actually goes up to like 250 plus. You know, that, by the way, what I've drawn for you, that's like weak point for everyone. Yeah. It's like The cycle kind of tops. It hits the sweet spot. It's kind of on 50K, but not. And then we're all holding because we like believe in double bubble alt season. All right. Now, I don't know how it's going to play out, friends. I hope it doesn't play out like this, but we'll see. You know, by the way, it is possible where it is possible that we just literally Bitcoin just goes up and we just glide up all year. That's possible as well. But if that happens, you don't have to worry about it. You know, we're waiting for the exotic top signals and everything out here. Now, the good news is Ethereum has hit back to 2,700.
Do I have your attention now?
Whoa.
Do I have it? Good.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Benny Boo. I hope you're in a good place. Friends, I think Ben's actually is in a lot of trouble, man. I think he's actually in jail. I think he threatened the judge. It breaks my heart, man. Like, it just... Yeah, but it really does break my heart, friends. I remember in 2021, man, he had 30 million in the account, man. And then it went all the way down. Gambling habit, lost his wife. He had his mistress there. Cassie, I'm sure she just left him. Mental health, man, is just, you know, it really, really hurts because man, he trusted the wrong people, man, as well. Like, see, friends, Ben, you got to understand, friends, unfortunately, some people, friends, I know deep down, like, he helps people and stuff. You know, there's a lot of shady stuff, you know, the pump and dump stuff. But when it comes to BitBoy, just maybe learn this for yourself. Some people like this, they're just too powerful for their own good. They need an older brother. They need someone like me there, who's basically, you basically just like give him the hard fist, because you know you can't give him an inch. You can't do that. They keep trying to destabilize, but you need like a full-time friend. Like the full-time friend, you know what I mean? You can't hang around people going to let you be loose, and then he got backstabbed by their own company, and yeah, just it really is a heartbreaking tale, man. He had $30 million in that account, bro. Now he's zeroed out, man. It's just, yeah. Lost his wife, custody of kids, man. It's just, oh man, it's just don't do that, friends, please. That's why my main concern when we go up is I'm gonna have to probably do warnings. I'm like, listen, I know you got leverage stuff out here. No one's gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. Go to every single one of your leverage positions. Get out like 35% right now. Like right now, click out 30%. And by the way, you bridge that out, go send it to a stable. You literally go withdraw it. Okay, go withdraw it. You leave that money. You're gonna pay the government your tax. Like no one's gonna be saying. I'm gonna be saying that because, friends, I'm a maverick. I don't care. I don't care if the market keeps going up. All right, because that's how you end up. By the way, okay, he had 30 million to lose. You know what I mean? He still had sponsorships and stuff coming in but most people don't have that. So we're gonna have to learn the lesson, right? Now the rest of the market is nicely pumping. This is the PulseChain prices, friends. I got another juicy video coming out for you. It's awesome. Look at PDI outperforming stablecoins. Inc outperforming all other logos out there without green in them. PulseX, the greatest DEX. Pulse, Hex, everything up 18%. Remember, the liquidity is very thin, so we got a lot higher to go, don't we? We haven't even started. We literally haven't even started. I want to show you some funny pop here. So this is guy, Key Young Jew. Remember, he was like turbo bearish at the bottom. Literally turbo bearish. If you remember, I was posting one of his stuff. I was like, guys, I've got to be like turbo bullish now. This guy's turbo bearish. Remember when Bitcoin hit all the way? Let's just go down the chart just so we can see it all the way down here. He came out. He said bull market's over. He came out. He said bull market's over. He showed on-chain analysis. He goes, all the big whales are selling. I'm like, bro, you know what? Truck the big whales. Truck the big whales, right? I'll take on you whales with Spoonie. I don't need a harpoon. This is my harpoon. All right? So we told you, isn't it funny? Orange Man really was playing 9-dimensional chess out here. Now, remember, overall theme, friends, as well. I've been telling you, okay? Bitcoin follows global M2 liquidity. Altcoins follow the business cycle. Yes? The governments keep printing money. They're not doing QE anymore. QE is a dirty, dirty word, okay? They don't say QE anymore because QE to the whole world means sell the bonds that's getting inflationary. They're printing currency. They don't say QE anymore, okay? They're making up other words. They're using Treasury Department and these 3-letter words, TGA, reverse repo. They're changing the words up. It's the same stuff, okay? Also, if you want to know, what they're actually doing now is the US government, they're just rolling over their bonds. They're using hedge funds to buy up the bonds, and then they're basically selling them future bonds. Okay, so they're like, hey, buy up our bonds today, and then you get to get like free money in the future for the yield. So the government's just rolling over its own stuff. It is printing money at the end of the day. Okay, it's just moving money. They call it, no. They use words like budget neutral and no cost and nothing out here. It's a bunch of BS. Okay, it's literally printing money. Now, remember, I've been telling you it's meme coin SuperCycle and stablecoin SuperCycle. So Ki Young Ju, right? Dark stablecoins are likely to emerge in the future. Bitcoin was created by cypherpunk community. I'm almost, friends, I'm telling you, man, these guys, they're coming up. They're watching my stuff, dude. I know they're all watching my stuff somewhere. I know you're all watching. Because I'm seeing stuff. I'm like, bro, that's all coming from me. Right? I'll go after all your Twitters. I know where it all comes from. Okay? I got to grab like really party. Friends, there's stuff here. I make like heaps of content and it's just like, it's like off one sentence of one person's word and I go put all the research information. So, by the way, all paths lead to one thing. The chickens are going to come home to roost, friends. Right? The chickens are going to come home to roost. Nay, the chickens go. There's only one, bro. You're coming for the king, contrarian. Okay? There's only one thing in crypto with this much of a community, multiple conferences per year, which is still not listed in Binance, still not listed on Cuckbase, still not listed on BuyShit, still not listed on Methhead Crackhead, still not listed there. All right? By the way, the founder has more Ethereum than Vitalik. By the way, the founder has more Bitcoin than Michael Saylor, personal stash. Yes, yes, and yes. All right? By the way, the founder may or may not hate blacklist function currencies because the founder may or may not have billions of dollars that would be very, very useful for him to make a decentralized native stablecoin. Maybe, maybe not. Begging for a pagan. Anyway, just to let you know, the government is putting CBDC like Tether, USD trash, into crypto, okay? So that's funny. They use the word dark stablecoins. Do you know what dark just means? It means there is, it's free. There's no blacklist function. No, bro. You're the dark one. No. USD trash, and USDC, USD cuck, and USDS, USD soy. No, you're the dark ones, okay? It really is a dark world, bro. Like, we made crypto to remove you. We made crypto so we don't have to code in the blacklist function. Because if you open up a bank account, guess what? Your web page, it's coded with a blacklist function. They can literally just delete your account, close your account in 2 seconds. In crypto, we don't have that. We don't need that. That's why it may or may not be useful to have endogenous backed stablecoins. Maybe we'll talk about more of that later again. We're building a better system in PulseChain, one that will grab the attention of all the cucks holding trash, USDT, USDC, USDS, all of which have a blacklist function. By the way, Tether, friends, literally last month, they paused a Russian exchange, had $20 million, and they paused another guy, had like $12 million, just 2 accounts. Yeah, they could have been criminals, or they couldn't have been. Where are they? I don't see their fair day in court. Who are these people? Oh, you just get to press pause on everybody? You know what's coming. Victory for us. So who's going to make it in this crypto cycle? You're looking at him right now. Join a crypto cult today. This is Morad out here. He's doing the TikTok stuff out here. Wow. Friends, I know it's cute doing the TikTok. You do the whole busy. Listen, man. Friends, I've seen it, dude. Keep doing it. It's really cool. Get your mark. I'm telling you right now. Friends, you don't need to say anything when the green candle's up, bro. You literally got to say nothing. Go, hey, this thing's up 6x. It's going to go another 6x with or without you. That's all. That's literally it. That is literally all you have to say. But they need to see proof. They got to see the green candle first, right? I love this. Zoom into his eyes. Join a crypto cult today. What's your biggest fear in a coin? It goes 99% and everyone walks away. Okay, Hex community literally survived minus 99%. They didn't walk away. There you go. As far as I'm concerned, anything that is bootstrapped by the Hex community, which is like literally cult chain, PulseChain, it's the safest thing in crypto to me. All right, what's your fear of the unknown? Oh, the coin goes down 99% and people walk away. I just said that. Okay, bro, literally there's no fear here then. What's our fear? We literally survived minus 99%. No one walked away. We still have multiple conferences per year. PulseChain conferences, Hex conference, going to have a PulseX conference, all community run, by the community, for the community. Still not listed on exchanges, by the way. It's literally, it's like taking candy from a baby. Now, we have to talk about where we're going to go from here. Bitcoin, friends, we can't do anything, right? We got to let Bitcoin do its own work and magic. But Ethereum is so. Friends, I'm actually shocked at how low Ethereum is. I'm starting to think, man, like, it's going to surprise us on the upside. So how could I see a surprise on the upside? Well, here's the thing. Ethereum, friends, disappointed in 2021. It only hit the 50% retrace from the top to the bottom. Okay. But everybody was bullish on it. Okay. It's actually pretty still good, but it was still everyone was bullish on it. Now, I know it's a third cycle curse, so you're not going to make a new high, I think. But because we went so low, and I think this is manipulation, I don't think we're going to stop at a 50% retrace. That's basically Ethereum spot ETF. I think we can actually poke up to like 0.073 or something. Now, this actually represents a lot because if Bitcoin is 200K, that's a $14,000 ETH. Okay. But we don't know, right? Just to let you know, if the ratio stops here, that could be 10K. If the ratio goes up here, that it could be 14K, right? And it all depends on Bitcoin, by the way. Bitcoin has hit 200. So look, and we could be totally wrong. It could do this pattern where it literally just doesn't even go and do those ratios, and then we're doing next bear market stuff. But, you know, so we have all these scenarios. You have no idea, okay? It's a believer cycle. You just believe it's going to work out, that all the ratios are going to work out. I'm going to keep holding and believing. Now, fundamentally, I know, like, look, we're walking up. Friends, isn't it funny, man? All our pains and despair, didn't it look like it was over here? It looked like it was over here. That was, remember, this was Japan, Pokemon Island. This is Donald Trump, right? Trump tantrums. So I know we're going up. Man, I really see a 10 trillion, bro. I just, something tells me, like, this industry, bro, we're not, you gotta remember, right? Crypto friends, we overprice in the future in the bull. There's euphoria because nobody can cap the rally because it's fixed supply. There's no monetary policy change for everything, right? All the inflation's set and everyone wants to get in at the same time. It's like, it trades like a commodity. It's not like stocks, right? There's no like central bank coming out to start hiking rates to basically stop down the inflationary push into stocks, okay? So that's why, like, yeah, maybe you say to me, my friend Sommi, I think crypto is really worth 5 trillion. Yeah, but bro, crypto doesn't go to fair value and stay there, right? It goes up and then people overexert, they price in the future. Then you come back to fair value. Then you have a bear market under fair value. Then you usually continue. By the way, you know, that's usually it in a nutshell. So I don't think, like, if we go to 5 trillion, I'm not getting out. That's my fair value. That's literally my fair value. Yeah. So I want to sell at premium. That might be 10 trillion. If you want to know, what does that mean, right? Let's say Bitcoin dominance is 40% and crypto's 10 trillion up here. That's a 200K BTC. Yeah. And then what would Ethereum be? That would be around, it'd be anywhere from like 8 to 14K. Right? And then like if others BTC, think about that. If others BTC, friends, gets to that high, that's a crazy number. If others BTC gets to like a number of like, you know, above 50%. So if Bitcoin hits 4 trillion market cap and then the altcoins are half of that, that means others hits 2 trillion. Which I now show you right here. That's about a 10x higher. Okay. So right now, look at others. Others is 284 billion. Where is 2 trillion? It is up here. Okay. It's literally up here. So that would be somehow going up to here. 2 trillion. Hopefully, you know, get some higher. But yeah, it's somewhere up here. Right. That'd be great. That's big, right? So if others does like, you know, if others does 8x from here, and PulseChain does twice as that, you're looking at 16x, and then maybe we've got a wild card update because, you know, we got the Ethereum rotation. That's another like leverage push. And look, friends, don't rule out something like, you know, friends, Richard could literally just come out and stream. He could literally come out and stream and say, do another sacrifice. And by the way, if there's anybody in the world who could do a sacrifice, it is now Richard Hart. He literally defeated the SEC. You know, and then you might, I know what you're saying. No, I won't. You think he's dumb? You think he's dumb? You think he's going to make the sacrifice? No, bro. He's going to make the sacrifice when we're up like 35x higher, if he did do it. Like, you're going to throw something in, you know? It's look, friends, it's kind of funny. You got to remember as well, it would be huge. It would be gargantuanly huge. Huge. I've got more videos coming up. I'm just going to give you a sneak peek, a teaser. Friends, Bitcoin Maxis. Look at this. Jason Williams. Richard Hart is the smartest person I've ever met in crypto. All the people that took a lap calling him a scammer are lol. So I've got a full video just about big PulseChain coverage. I have more prophetic stuff, which is going to happen. See, Bitcoin dominance is too high, friends. Altcoins are too cheap, yeah? Bitcoin has been rewarded for simply doing no advancements in technology, which is okay in a low business confidence environment. When business PMI goes up and everyone's in high business confidence, you will be punishing no tech. You want more risk. You want more updates and things that can go wrong. Right now, you don't want anything that can go wrong. Yeah, but in the future, we want, okay? Bitcoin Core captured by BlackRock. Very obvious, yeah? US government, they like stablecoins. Why? Because they can control them. Guess what? There's no blacklist function on BTC, bro. They've got blacklist functions on their CBDC. What are you going to choose? All right. I'm not going to tell you. What do you think the government's going to choose, friends? Do you think they're going to choose BTC, the one they can't push a pause button on? No. Come on, bro. You got a choice. The currency you can't mint or the currency you can mint. I can't figure it out. Which one's the government's going to choose? The currency you can't mint, where you don't have control of everyone and you can't actually put a blacklist function. You can make it difficult, but you can't. Okay, that's BTC. Or CBDC Lite. Your stablecoins, all over crypto. Which one are you going to choose? Your money printer can control the stablecoins. Your money printer, and you've got a phone as well. Okay, you can call someone up, the Tether Cuck CEO, and go, hey bro, pause this account. Which one are you going to choose? Daddy government? You know which one they're going to choose. Guess what? All those cuck bucks, they're on Ethereum. Okay, it's all layer 1 tech. Yeah, and you got Solana and Tron and stuff out here. But I know no one believes me now. Right? Why doesn't anyone believe me? I know, friends, because of the price. Because Bitcoin dominance is still 62%. Okay, I think people will start to believe me when we get back to like 55% Bitcoin dominance. All right, and then when we get down here, everyone's going to be like, you know what? Maybe it's a bit too low. Nah, bro. Look, friends, I don't know how low that Bitcoin dominance is going to go. I'm just telling you now. I want to see Bitcoin maxis. Friends, I want to see them capitulate. I want to see them capitulate on yield. I want to see Bitcoin community give me signs that they're starting to sweat. Right? And then after that comes the capitulation, the anxiety. That's what I want to see. And what will they sweat about? They'll sweat at this, okay? They'll sweat that. You are, mark my words, friends. This is just how markets work, bro. Right? They will sweat that when business confidence goes up. Maybe they have super sky high expectations for BTC. What if the money is rotating into Ethereum and altcoins? Yeah. And they're losing dominance. What if that happens? Okay. By the way, it's happened every single cycle before. They believe it's never going to happen again. I mean, Willy Woo is calling for 90% Bitcoin dominance. You got to think about this, bro. Friends, Willy Woo is calling for a 90% Bitcoin dominance, and we just had 30 of the worst freaking business PMI months in a row in 45 years. Okay, so I'm like, dude, could you get an any more intergalactic long signal? You couldn't, you know. But I mean, it was painful at freaking 15 months. Now we're in month 30. You know, so that's pretty much what's coming out next. We're all going to make it. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.